Hello, and welcome to 2015 AP English Literature and Composition Free Response Questions, Poetry for Dummies. As you can see, the poetry section, question 1, received the lowest collective score for this year. Although this isn't a great difference between the other questions, it is still a constant pattern for most of the years. Here is the prompt, and you can choose to mark it up however you want, but this is how I did it. Discuss the speaker's recollection and analyze how Walcott uses poetic devices to convey the significance of the experience. And here's the poem. Due to the main objective being poetic devices, I focused on the imagery in orange, the plant imagery in green, personification, pink, and metaphors in blue. Now on this next slide, if you don't recognize it, then you are probably not an AP, or you're Bruce Willis at the end of Sixth Sense. Yes, it's the famous Tipcast. Starting with title, XIV. Is it time? Is it date? Is it another dimension? Is Derek Walcott's favorite number? You can't really tell unless you know everything about the poet himself. Now, down to paraphrasing. So, I decided to split it up into 5 lines, because some of the lines fit together to describe one thing. All in all, the poem is about 2 boys traversing through the forest or jungle in order to get to the old woman's house. Throughout the way, there is fantastical imagery of the old road, lights, plants, and shadows. They listen to in-depth stories of the Caribbean and are both completely fascinated. Now, for connotation. I focused on 3 main devices. Personification. Shadow stood up and walked, sunset would threaten us. Now, this is not necessarily describing a hostile environment, but it instead makes it sound like it's from the point of view of a child, or something children would say. Imagery. The old snake shedding its skin, which is also a simile. Lamplight glowed through the ribs. There is also some plant imagery, such as dasheen leaves, yam vines, moss, mimosa. This is very vivid and makes you feel like you're present in the poem, and it also allows you to imagine scenery much better. Metaphors. There's childhood, and then there's childhood's aftermath. And it's saying that childhood's aftermath is in fact adulthood, and losing the sense of adventure that we all possess as children, and it being replaced with responsibility. Now, she was the lamplight in the stare of the 2 mesmerized boys, and is pretty much saying that she represents the light that guides the boys. Attitude or tone. I believe it is mesmerizing and grateful. These boys are hypnotized by the old woman's stories, and her stories must be worth the trouble of trekking through the forest because the boys go a great distance to reach her. Shift. This is where it begins to talk about the old wise woman, and it goes in more depth about her specifically. Title revisited. After reading this lovely poem, the title should become completely clear. Yeah, no, it tells you absolutely nothing about the title. Thankfully the internet is a thing, so after some quick research I found out this guy Derek has a book of 25 poems, and this is probably the 14th one in the set. Yeah. So the theme. He is most likely describing how an old woman just like this one inspired him as a kid, and he's praising the woman by creating the poem as well as to show innocence and freedom of childhood. Now on to the essay. I believe this essay did a smashing job in following the prompt. It's pretty much a standard 9 essay. There is nice word choice. The thesis is very strong, combining the poetic devices to convey the significance of the experience just as the prompt asks. He or she, whoever wrote it, includes quotes, a thorough analysis of the poem, very little summary, in fact, and a great concluding sentence that wraps it all together again. Bloody brilliant. Now, it mentions how the character grows closer to his brother in nature, includes plant imagery and remembrance of adventure, love, and independence. Oh, isn't that nice? It even goes as far as mentioning the slant rhyme scheme Derek Walcott uses as he's spitting bars. Concluding sentence, he wraps it all together. Now the bad essay. So, the thesis is vague and possesses authorial intent, which is a constant occurrence throughout the essay, along with summary, multiple fake statements, summary, grammatical errors, false and inaccurate ideas, and more summary. The word choice this person uses is repetitive to say the least. A form of the word significant was used 7 times, and experience was used 9 times in the 1¼ pages he or she wrote. Even goes as far as to say the word significant or significance 3 times in 2 neighbouring sentences. You bloody wanker, what are you doing? Like, look at that, right next to each other. By the way, nobody is venturing into anyone's soul in this poem. Thank you for your time, and join us next week as we will tackle Lewis Carroll's 1872 poem, Jabberwocky.